Hello everyone, and welcome to my track guide for the GR86 going around Winton National Circuit. Let's get into it. For qualifying, you want to be all the way on the right. My braking marker is this 50 board here on the right. When I get to that, I'll be hard on the brake and slowly getting off the brake all the way to the first curb. I usually take a little bit of curb on the inside, but for this run I just missed it. I'm also going down to second at the curb. I feel this stiffens off the car a little bit and helps me get around turn 2. Once I start to leave the curb, I'll go full throttle again, and then I will take a fair bit of the second curb for turn 2. If you take too much, it will spit you out and you'll hit the wall here on the left. For turn 3, you want to be on the left side of the track, and my braking marker for turn 3 is the 50 board here on the left. Once I get to that, I'll go on the brake, and I aim for about 85% brake pressure. Before easing off the brake all the way to the curb, I do take a bit of the curb, and once I get to the curb, I'll go full throttle again because we have a fair bit of runoff on the outside. And you want to be utilizing that to open up turn 4 a lot more. Don't go too far because if you go on the gravel, there is a 1x out there. For turn 4, we don't have to brake at all. I turn in when the big white line meets the smaller white line, and when I cross that, I also get off the throttle. The curb on the inside is flat, so utilize that as much as you can. Do not go on the grass on the inside, as that will give a 1x. Once I'm off that curb, I'll go full throttle again and use all of the available room on the outside. Now get the car over to the right. Turn 5 is all about setting up for turn 6. We do have to brake a little bit for this corner, and I brake a little bit when I get off the curb we're on right now. I aim to go to around 50% for a little bit before easing all the way off the brake. While on the brake, I aim to go out to about mid-track to open up turn 6 a bit more. Once I can get close to the curb on the inside coming up right here, I'll go full throttle again because that means you will make the corner. You can take a bit of curb of turn 6. Once the car settles down from hitting the curb on turn 6, I usually brake, and I do that because I don't have a clear marker for you. I do brake out towards the outside curb to open up turn 7 as much as I can. So I try and stay between 50 and 70% brake pressure before easing off to a trail brake, getting close to the inside curb. Once we get to the curb on the inside, I'll go full throttle again and aim to come out about mid-track for turn 8, so it will open up a bit more. For turn 8, I try and brake when I get to the curb here on the inside. We don't have to brake too much, so about 25% will do, following the curb all the way around. I do go down to first because I think I get a bit exit with that. I get on the throttle just before the track starts to straighten out again. Here I'm going all the way over to the right. For turn 9, my braking marker is not that clear, but I try and use the marshal's post here on the right. Here we have to brake just a little bit more, so I top out at about 60% brake pressure. And I pretty much hold the brake all the way to the top of the corner. Once we're at the top of the corner, I can only see Winton signs. You should be able to go full throttle again, and if you have to, lean on the curb on the outside. It's important to get early on the throttle, because we're going on this little bit of straight here, and that might help you overtake someone. For turn 10, my braking marker is not that great. It's the 50 board here on the left, and you want to be braking when you get past that, so that makes it not the best. But I couldn't find anything else that worked for me. So when I drove past that, I went on the brake hard to about 90% brake pressure and easing off the brake all the way to the curb on the inside. Once we get to that curb on the inside, then I went full throttle again because there is a big curb on the outside that does not give a 1x, so you want to be using that to carry as much speed as you can. That might help you overtake someone in the race, again because we are on a straight. For qualifying, you want to be all the way on the left. Turn 11 has some of the same issues as turn 10, with my braking marker being the 50 board here on the right. Once I pass that, I'll go on the brake. Once more, hitting about 90% brake pressure before easing off the brake all the way to the curb. Once we get to the curb on the inside, then I'm going full throttle again, and we want to get as far out to the left as we can to open up turn 12. We don't have to brake for turn 12. Once we get to the end of the curb we're on right now, all you have to do is lift off. Once you get to the curb on the inside, don't hit it and go full throttle. And of course use all of the room on the outside. There's a big curb out here and it's worth using. And now it's a track race down to the line. And that's a lap around Winton Raceway National Circuit for a time of 1 minute 29.5. I'll have a playlist linked down below for more track guides for the GR86. Then I hope this guide has helped you. If it has, leave a like down below. Consider subscribing as well. And now for the uninterrupted hot laps.